So we're live. But isn't that fun? I've been trying to run it for a minute and let people log in. Once I see a viewer, then I'll start. It's just kind of from the way that who knows, dude? I've never done it this early. I'm being honest. People are gonna watch it later, and I'll reschedule it.
Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Coming to you live from the luscious loins of Lapel, Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Good morning, David. Dave. Fuck, I did it. I did it anyways. So we got Dave from I Got Worms in the house. Made the trip this morning. Hell yeah. Doing a super early midweek crisis.
I'm an early bird.
Hell yeah. I am too. I like to wake up a little early myself. So let's do the thing. We got to do this every show. Where are you? People, I swear to God, man. I feel like it's been 4 months. 4 months. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And yet, no emails about the whereabouts of the Beast of Busco. Guys, if you know the whereabouts of the Beast of Busco, please email me at shipwreckshop@outlook.com. I haven't gotten a single one, man. Nobody knows. I don't even think anybody knows where Busco is.
I don't even know what the hell the Beast of Busco is.
It's like our whatever. What do they call it? Like Mothman or Chupacabra or whatever. Yeah, my voice, dude. What a weekend. Played Friday at State Street.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good show.
That's where this started. Like coming into Saturday, we went to Kokomo and did a Harvest Fest up there, and the whole time I'm like, yeah, good job, like clapping for the bands and the stand-ups. Yeah, it's just good boys. How have you been, man?
Oh, good. Yeah, we had a busy weekend too, State Street, and then we went to Fort Wayne Saturday at Pierre's. That is the coolest venue we've ever been to.
Yeah, man. Who'd you play with up there?
It was a touring band, Makes My Blood Dance, and then some other local Fort Wayne bands, Punching Lucky, and then Floodplain from Crown Point, Indiana, and they were all good. They were metal. A lot of them were metal bands, and they were really good. Makes My Blood Dance is disco metal. It's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure I've never played Fort Wayne.
It's a good little scene up there, you know, but Pierre's.
They get better bands in than Indy does.
Probably. Well, they also have they have college up there. Is that Purdue? Or don't they have a Purdue?
Fort Wayne?
A Purdue Extension or something?
Do they? I don't know, man.
Or something. I don't know. And then it's close to South Bend, you know, and there's a lot of rockers up there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
They're in that perfect, because you could take 80 across from Cleveland and just run over to Chicago.
Right.
And why even bother with Indy when you could just stop in Fort Wayne?
Exactly. And it's not too far from Detroit. And there's a ton of
I didn't think about
great
that.
fans up there, a lot of rockers up there. So it's like, that's the people from up there, from Toledo, Detroit, is going to come to Fort Wayne. They're not going to come to Indy. That's a long trip.
Now I know how to answer that question. It's like, if you can move anywhere, or if you ever moved from Indianapolis, where would you move?
I think of Fort
I think it's Fort Wayne. I totally, yeah. But come on, man. I live in lapel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fuck that. I already moved out of Indy. I already did that thing. So, but man, yeah. God, dang. Like, I'll talk to you about that later. I want to know how the hell you got into Fort Wayne. I just,
Yeah, it's,
I have no idea.
we hooked up with a band, Make My Blood Dance, and they tore their butts off. And you can kind of pick and choose what dates you want with them, and they do all the work. They book the shows and everything, and advertise, and they're always looking. They want five or six bands on there, and you can basically look at their schedule and pick. We was going to do Owensboro and Louisville, but that didn't work out. Our schedule didn't work out, but we saw their Fort Wayne, and we were like, heck yeah, let's go up there. And Jen has family up there. So it worked out really good.
Heck yeah.
And
have a little family dinner.
Yeah.
Go get your punk on. Yeah. Hell yeah.
But we played, it was at check out Pierre's in Fort Wayne sometime. Pierre's Entertainment Center. And it's a venue, and
I swear
it's
I've
freaking
been
awesome.
there, man.
It's like,
I just hear it so much.
It was like playing at the Egyptian Room. It was massive. Real stage. I mean, it was definitely the best place we ever played.
I know. Okay.
Sound wise,
I've seen.
I'm not going to say the best place we ever played. No, hell no. Because honestly, I love like the Mel or State Street and little places like
it's
that.
Romantic. Yeah.
But so I take that back. It's not the best place I ever played. It's like the biggest, like big stage and everything.
Big sound.
Yeah, big sound.
Man, I was speaking of sound in Fort Wayne. I should have written it down. We played Harvest Fest 10, and I got the information of whoever like ran. So they hired a company to come in, run sound, run lights, set up the stage, like pretty much everything outside of porta potties.
Right.
They were on it, and dude, I swear to God, man, it is the best sounding set that Tie Like a Tiger has ever played, because they were so tuned in,
right? And
they had huge bottom end, and I'm a big bottom end guy,
right?
With my SG and my 412s and my, like scooping my lows in, you know what I mean? Like, but that also goes with the territory of like the esque, like the 90s esque,
right?
Grunge esque,
yeah,
or whatever.
And Tie Like a Tiger, nobody does grunge. You guys are like the only ones really doing
Drip Drop Diet is. Sorry, no, I just love their music and their sound, but I want to say they're the better band, but technically, my bandmates are going to be like,
but yeah, it's like when it comes to the grunge, that sound, you guys, Tie Like a Tiger really does it. Nobody really does it better than you guys, and really not a lot of people does that around here.
I get that's all credit to Nick Jordan too. Like he's definitely the main writer in the band, and but that's the thing is like it's not like Nick fucking sits down and is like, I'm gonna write a grunge song today.
Right.
No, dude, he just picks up his acoustic and writes music, and whatever comes out of his fucking mind, he just writes it down.
Yeah, and it's like looking at the guy, talking to him, it's like draining away and I'd like anything this guy that would come out, but it's like you listen to him and he shocked the hell out of me. He made a fan out of me. But yeah, it's like I love what you guys do.
He's a great writer, man.
Yeah,
like he's definitely by all means a better writer than I am. Like some of his words are just like too clever.
Right.
And like I love it when he like comes up with it. Like he which song did recently did he write in the last couple of years? And he was just so excited to show me like how he worded some stuff. And I'm just like, God damn, this isn't fair. Like, how do you do that?
Right. Yeah.
But I always tell people, like, if you really take the time and listen to what Nick is saying, our music is definitely lyrically driven.
Right.
So like, kudos to Nick and in that style. Yeah. By the way, so let's talk Tie Like a Tiger. Let's talk about I Got Worms. So this Saturday, you guys are, is it Saturday or Friday?
Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday. You guys are playing the Fountain Fletcher District Association presents You Are Beautiful. Is that correct?
Yep. You Are Beautiful.
You Are. Can't read. Hell yeah. And here's the list of killer fucking bands, man. What a lineup this is. It's a block party, baby. Operators at 5, DJ. Hold on, let's do the button. So fucking loud. I'm sorry, guys. That was so loud, dude. Holy crap. I got Warners at 3, baby. The come alongs. What is it? Is this backwards? It's backwards. Son of a bitch. I read it upside down. Kinsey 6 going on at noon. Come alongs at 1:30. I got Worms at 3. DJ Hour. I just made it louder. And then the operators closing up shop from 5 to 6. That's going down in Fountain Square this Saturday. I'll definitely be there. I'm going to make Derek and Lisa pick me up and take me because they live like 3 minutes down the road. I was trying to get Derek here this morning because he's playing the show too, but he's probably like sleeping.
Right.
Who knows? We're the only people in Indiana that's awake right now outside of the people watching the show. So yeah, man, that's a killer fucking lineup, dude.
Yeah, it's a cool. You know, it's a art festival. You know, there are going to be hundreds of vendors. You know, setting up booths. You know, with all their art stuff and everything, and they're going to have. And the cool thing was, I can't find it, but it's. I'm going to try to find it. I should have sort of queued up. But they're having the bands there. They're having live music, and it's specifically, you know, to showcase Indie's underground punk scene. How freaking awesome is that? Who does that? You know,
Punk rock night.
and every guy bar in Indianapolis. But
Dude, I gotta tear that down.
But who actually like highlight? You know, who actually like besides, you know, punk? Here we go.
That's a bread and butter. So.
Maybe, here it is. Okay, so what they expect. Join us for the 11th Annual Art Square on September 21st. This year's theme is You Are Beautiful, playing homage to the iconic You Are Beautiful installation in Fountain Square with a shout out to the underground punk rock scene. And it's like, that to me, that's awesome. You know, it's like anytime, you know, somebody shouts that out, somebody highlights that, this, you know, because it's an amazing scene that we have.
Hell yeah.
And
what a choice of bands too, and well deserved, man. You guys just work your asses off, and my favorite thing about Team Evans is my bad, dude. Let me turn my fucking phone off. God, amateur. What the heck? Yeah, get it together. But one of my favorite things like that about you guys is the fact that like not only do you guys work your asses off and you're super cool and kind people, but when the shit hits the fan, who are you gonna call? Who are you gonna call?
We've come in clutch a couple times.
Yes, you have. Yeah, you guys really do come in clutch.
Yeah, and it always came to our benefit too, because it's like every time it's like we always got on really awesome shows.
Yeah,
you know?
I'll never forget that Black Circle show.
Oh my gosh,
Rich and I are like on the phone for like an hour trying to. 2
bands canceled that night, and it's like, and Jen and I just happened to be there. I can't remember who was playing. Bombcats. We went through the Bombcats and Addicted to Chaos. You know? Yeah. I've been wanting to see them guys. Them guys are wild. It's a shame they broke up.
Just say,
hey. And it's like we were.
I doubt Ugo's watching. He's at work. But
yeah, they kicked ass. I mean,
you see my eyes right now.
Uh-oh. What's that mean?
Addicted to Chaos.
I must.
Just you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Think about what you just said. Are they broke up now?
Oh, are they? I thought they did. Oh, okay. I'm slow. They're making a comeback.
I'm hoping.
Okay.
I've been every time I see you go, I'm like, hey, you guys want to do the Rumble Royale? Let's go. And I don't know, kind of like just pick his brain, but I'm hoping they come back.
They will. They're yeah. I mean, they always come back. All the band, yeah, but yeah, that was a kick-ass show that night, and it's like we were just there to watch, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, you know, can you get your drummer here? And so we text Austin, and he's like, man, I'm really high right now. It don't matter. And it's the best show we had too. It's like we completely in the reverse. I was drunk, Jen was tired, Austin was high, and it's like we come and kill it. But yeah, that was a good show for us. So
yeah,
we're lucky to get on that.
The excitement that you guys are able to do it too is just like, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's, oh man, especially if it's like a 4-band night and you're down to 2.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because it's just kind of like, gotta have at least 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a big crowd there too.
Oh yeah.
What do you do? Say, show's over.
They're not doing it.
Yeah.
They got one of these gummies. Want gummy?
No. No. Good.
Oh yeah. Hey, check it out. Dave gifted the podcast a fifth of I Got Worms. And like, believe me, this is forever. This will definitely not get thrown out. Of course, my favorite go-to benchmark whiskey, and it's all like pimped out. I got wormed, and then here's, oh my god, this is so cool, so badass. So now, just like back in the day, because we used to have this. Now, check that out. Oh, there.
Yeah, I got Worm's official shot glasses.
Hell yeah! So now we can get back to doing shots. So thank you so much, man. It's so fucking cool. We will never wash these. That'd be like, thank you so much. You
Not a problem.
your fucking roll. Which reminds me, I need to grab your gift of VHS.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how fast I can do it.
Last time I got the Indiana Jones trilogy series.
Mm.
The 3-pack. That was awesome. I think Jen got the Goonies.
Oh, that in the original box too.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah.
I can't remember what Austin got, but it was a classic.
I'll try to be quick. Let's see. I'll give you something cool. Let's do it. You want to do a shot, Dave?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. So the gift of VHS today is an original pressing, is that what they call it, of Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry on VHS. Is that cool? I got this at the Outhouse record store in Kokomo.
Nice.
Hell yeah. But yeah, let's do a shot. Fuck it. Oh, yeah.
Breaking these shot glasses.
Hell yeah. Can we even see it? No, we can't. So yeah, we are taking the first official shot before noon of any podcast ever, but also the first official I Got Worm shot ever. I can't even imagine what people are like. They're drinking at 10 a.m. Cheers. It's good stuff.
Yeah. That'll wake you up.
Yeah. Oh my God. For sure. Who had that on their list today? Like watching David Shep take a shot of whiskey, but I got worm shot at like 10 in the morning.
Yeah, 10:30 in the morning. I have never seen a single Dirty Harry.
Oh, no shit.
I've seen.
Oh, move your mic in.
Oh, I've never seen a single Dirty Harry. I've seen clips, obviously. Everybody knows, but I've never seen it. And I think I wonder, were they just movies? That wasn't a series.
No, it was a movie.
Okay, just one? Surely they made a couple.
I don't know. I guess
I'll look that up sometime.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, they're obviously good because, they're iconic classics. But and I love Clint Eastwood.
So, yeah, you're right. They did Dirty Harry 2 called Magnum Force.
Nice.
Wonder how well it did. Let's see. How many stars? 3.5 stars. It's not bad. But it's probably not good.
Right.
That first one, though.
But it probably has a cult following.
Oh, yeah. Clint's like
90-some years old.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that original VHS is awesome.
Right.
Like put it either in a. I always tell people either put it on a mantle or put it in a storage box.
Yeah. It's
like
play piece, yeah.
Oh yeah, but I got that up at Outhouse Records. They just opened it up. My buddy Messy bought it or whatever, and I went in there and they had this awesome. Oh shit, there's comments. Awesome collection of VHS, and I was like, all right, I'm buying these for people. So I dropped some change. Let's see. What's up, Jen? Oh, it says your mic isn't on.
Oh no.
Huh. It's definitely on. I mean, I'll turn it up just to make sure. Let's see.
Check.
Yeah.
Siblings.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the heads up. Hopefully we got it all figured out there. But yeah. I used to have hundreds of VHS.
Right.
And like before I went and got all those, I think I bought like 30 of them. I was probably down to 30.
Oh shit.
And they're like not your favorite 30 VHS, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, God. So, but I usually get them like now over the last year. I've been going to Goodwill and just dollar. So, and the idea is like, it's not about money.
Right.
It's about like having something cool to take home with you and remember. Like, like your shot, like way cooler than VHS. But now these shot glasses are going to be like forever a part of the show.
Exactly.
And well, always the first time we ever did a podcast before noon.
Right.
Yeah. Which like kind of segue into, so I actually planned on today was going to be the first one, but which actually works out better because what I want to do is starting next Wednesday. So I'm going to take Wednesdays off every week, and 10 a.m. every Wednesday, I'm going to do That's What's Up. So basically, it's just going to be me sitting here talking to people and telling them about what's going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then maybe a little bit of Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
Not the most popular days to go out to a show, but they do happen.
Oh.
Yeah. Some of the best shows I've ever been to have been on Monday nights. Yeah. So caught some really cool bands at the Mel on a Monday, last minute, like shake shit up type thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So starting next week, 10 a.m., I'm going to do That's What's Up. And I'm going to start posting every Tuesday. I got to make like a common picture that I could post to be like, hey, now's the time. You can either comment your show flyer that you have going on in the next week, or you can just direct message me. And that way, because it happens, I'll miss shows. I'll go through my events and I'll miss a show or something like that. But give people an opportunity to make sure that it's on there. But the last time I did it, I think I listed between 15 and 20 shows.
Right.
So, and there's no fucking gatekeeping. All genres, all venues. I'm going to promote it and just kind of give everybody like a little video to go back to and see what's going on.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Kind of like almost like a news show, except it's me
and
with my dumb jokes.
Right. And what better person to do it? You're a leader in the community.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
And you have a big following here, so I guess that you're a good go-to place to.
I'm horrible at compliments. I was just like, I just love our community, and I love everything about indie. So,
right. And there's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on. Like you said, every genre. So.
When I first named the company or whatever, Chopped Liver, the idea, it came from like just having a conversation about, because we were having a few friends were talking about zines, and that's when we were doing Sticks and Stones. Nick and I were doing them, and that was like the end of Sticks and Stones, and I was like, I still want to do a zine. Mm-hmm. And we are the Unheard, we are the Overlooked, we are Chopped Liver.
Right.
Which at the time, like, I was high as fuck, drunk. Yeah, I was partying. But, afterwards, it kind of makes sense because the focus of, the zine or the podcast, and the zine specifically, was, which we're starting again, very cheap, super cheap. But who cares? Right. Still, it's going to be out there. You're going to see them everywhere. Yeah. Unheard music. Overlooked artwork. Right. So it's like music and arts. You know what I mean? Right there in that. Now, did I intentionally do that? No. But that's what I kind of took away from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kind of like wish we'd recorded all that. conversation because Nick swears he's the one that said overlooked and unheard. I'm like, no, dude, I'm the one that said that. And we argue about it. Not really, but we'll go back and forth like, but whatever. You know what I mean?
Nick is like the biggest ball buster. I never knew that until it's like I only talked to him. Like the first time I ever talked to him, it's like I almost didn't know how to take it, because it's like, and then it's like the more I talk to him, every time I talk to him, he's just a ball buster. I don't know if you ever noticed.
Oh yeah, and you know what's funny is like if he's busting your balls, that is basically him telling you you fucking killed it.
And it's like it didn't take me long to pick up on that.
Yeah, if he tells you great set.
Yeah.
What if he's like, hey, you'll get them next time?
Dude, I swear to God, I didn't even say that. We had this shitty show one time, and it was bad. And Nick was there, and because Republican Sex Blanket was playing, and it's like as we was leaving, he was like, "Man, you'll get him next time." It's like he's like, "Is she just busting her balls, or we suck?"
We'll see.
But then Saturday or Friday night, he was like, "Hey, man, you got to go."
Yeah, dude, you guys really killed it Saturday.
I blame the amp. You let me use your amp. So.
Hell yeah. Well, announcers.
I know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a great rig, man. Marsha's been with me since I was, 21.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you sure you can part with her?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So like what's interesting is I got Marsha through, I bought a MG HD 100 FX, whatever, and this cab, and then a straight, like I think it was like not the HD, but HX. I don't know. It's like the next level up. It's not the 1960 A or B, but and I parted ways eventually with the whatever, the flat cab, flat face cab, not the slanted cab. So this is the slant cab.
Right.
And yeah, man, that's been my workhorse forever. And I don't, how did I get this other one, Marshall? So isn't that weird? Like a Marshall, and see, it hasn't always been Marsha and Marshall. By the way, I'm keeping my L's. You can't have them.
No, you can have them.
That's like my little souvenir. I still have them.
Right.
I can't remember what show it was, but one day, something like either a guitar case slammed into it or something, but it just broke the L's off.
Right.
And ever since then, it's been Marshall and Marsha.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, God. And it's going to a great place.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
I'll take good care of her, and that's my favorite combo is a slant cab Marshall with an orange crush. Because I love orange heads because I think they handle high gains really good, and I'm all about the total treble, because Jen's all about the low end, so it's a good equals out pretty good.
It's an interesting time to be a guitarist because it's been so long that it's always been like, solid state,
Right.
But man, like when you get an orange, like Crush 100, these solid state amps that the break, because it's all about when the breakup comes on that clean channel.
Right.
And man, that fucker just pushes. You can turn it up to 7 and still not going to break up. And for a solid state amp, that is just amazing.
And I'm when it comes to equipment, I'm horrible. I've been cussed at and yelled at for not handling tube amps right. You got to warm them up, cool them down, and all that. I'm horrible with that.
Yeah,
I'm horrible. And it's like that's why I like solid states.
Yeah,
because I've used stuff. And it's like
lazy. And here's another beauty about having a solid state. And so now I'm back in those waters where fuck my life. If I have a tube go out, it'll be fucked.
Right. Yeah.
But I do have 2, so I'll be all right. Like one's really like for studio, but either way, that having that orange is like my safety.
Right.
So, but times. So
yeah, I'm taking it from you.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm just happy
But
it's
the
going
good
to a
news
great
is
home.
we was talking about this, Jen and I, because we recently got Jen a new setup, and it's the cabinet is a vintage, Ampeg, and it's like, kind of hesitant on buying some older stuff. But it's like, if something goes bad, during a set, who cares? The other bands would beg you to let them use your stuff. It's like, most of the time, you don't even have to use your own stuff because, the other bands are letting you use it. But,
Yeah.
Who cares? But
that on Friday,
oh yeah,
safety off. Like I
saw
saw that low E pop.
Yeah.
And I immediately was like, and I just ran outside,
Yeah.
grabbed my guitar, ran back inside, and like got the case down, opened it up. And as soon as like I got the case opened up, the song ended.
Right.
And
there wasn't no downtime either. That was very smooth.
It's smooth. Yeah. And the bass player, and that's when I knew because I opened it up and I was like, all right, do they need it? And like literally the bass player, I can't remember his name. Riley. God, man, I know his name. God, I just, anyways, he said, he's like, did you bring your backup? He's like, no. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not. Like, I love helping people. You know what I mean? I love helping people. I love making people happy. And
I don't know if you ever noticed this. Every time Safety Off plays, Mark, the guitar player, always has an issue with his guitar, and he's got great equipment.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But he always has an issue with it.
Where is that?
Every show I've ever seen him play, it's always got it.
Make sure.
He always manages to get good.
Yeah, dude, I love that fucking band. When Russ and I, one of the singers of Bobcats, he was like, so we were talking, and I was like, man, what's that fucking band that's from around here, like kind of a pop punk sound, like. And I was like sitting there trying to think of the band name, and I was like, dude, they're so fucking awesome. I was like, Safety Off, that's it. And I emailed them, and they were free. I was like, yes, let's go.
Yeah,
like,
great band. I love them, and they're nice guys too.
Hell yeah!
Really
I need to get them on a fucking podcast.
Yeah. They don't think they've ever been here.
Yeah, I need to get them over here sometime. That'd be really cool.
The bass player, the most interesting man alive, Riley Stone, with Safety Off. Number one, he's double jointed, and he can show you some party tricks.
No,
and two, he's going to be a freaking pilot, an airline pilot of passenger planes. He's getting ready to go to pilot school.
Oh man!
Like, who does that?
The Riz.
I don't know anybody that is smart enough or ambitious enough to do that. I don't know any pilots, but yeah, he's getting ready to go to school to do that.
Man,
that's the coolest thing ever.
Hell yeah! Yeah, No.
I hate flying, but it's like I couldn't imagine being a pilot.
And that shot like totally turned on my ADHD. So now I'm like,
yeah. The cool thing is, I recently learned that you can use, you can take gummies, your Delta 9 gummies on a plane. I didn't know that. That helps, if you don't like flying. I also heard that it's easy to get. You can go to your doctor, and I heard it's easy to get like a Valium or something. If you tell him that you're going to take a flight, and for your anxiety, he'll give you some.
Have you ever done Valium?
No, I never have. I wanted to.
One time in my life, I did Valium, and it was because I was having a tooth pulled, whatever they are, the ones that have
the
wisdom tooth. Yeah. Man, I wish my voice wasn't shit. And dude, I took it like an hour before my appointment, and like I remember my wife at the time, her tying my shoes for me, and then like I kind of remember like being in in the chair, and them preparing me to pull this tooth, and me being me, I'm just sitting there cracking jokes, and like. That's about it until about 8 o'clock is when I basically came back to.
Right.
So like, I have almost zero memory of that day. What I just said is what I remember of that whole day.
Right.
And I took, I think, 2 Valiums.
Uh-huh.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah. I've heard that they were good.
Yeah, they're crazy. I definitely would not take it for fun.
Right.
Not for me, dude.
Right.
No way. I like having memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like losing memory. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
But do you want to do another shot or are you good?
I'm good, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do one more. Let's see if I can level out a little bit because I feel a little edgy. but that's the ADHD kicking in. So, but it's weird how that kind of works. But it's just making me hyper.
Right.
What time is it?
It's past 11 now.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now it's like we're getting closer to noon.
Yeah, and I guess we are Eastern time.
Yeah. So to be fair, like my day, like I'm going. Billy and Leanna invited me, and I'm going with them to Columbus today. We're gonna go watch the Hives. So, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I bet they're probably watching like this motherfucker. Gonna show up like to the show, and they got us what do you call it? Pit.
Oh, you're down in the front, down in the pit.
Yeah,
good.
We're meeting up at 2, and we're gonna go grab something to eat, and then we're gonna be there waiting in line so we can get right to the front.
Right.
And oh my god, okay, so like, there's only one other band that I could see live that would give me like this feeling of like, oh my god, I'm so excited, and that's Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh yeah.
So like Hives and Queens. I mean, I'm born in 83. So it's like two of the best rock and roll bands maybe ever. But from that era of like when I was in high school, you know what I mean? Never seen them. So like, thank you, Billy and Leanna, so much for doing this for me and getting this off of my bucket list. So I can't wait. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's awesome when you get to see your icons.
Yeah.
When Green Day was in Cincinnati last month, or just a few weeks, last month, Smashing Pumpkins, Rancid, Green Day. It's like, are you fucking shitting me? And it's like my favorite.
Tons of people went down there for that.
Yeah, and it's like that was like a dream come true show for me. It's like just seeing one of them would have been awesome, but it's like when you get to see all of them in one show.
You said Rancid, Green Day,
Smashing Pumpkins.
Wow.
And it's like it's crazy because it's like you seen Rancid, and it's like they opened. It's like since when has Rancid been an opening band? And then then it was Pumpkins, and it's like when the hell has Pumpkins ever been an opening band? And it's like that was just an epic show. It's awesome, but they're legends to me. It's like
oh yeah, 100%. There's no, I mean, come on,
right? And it's like, but yeah, when you get to see your heroes like that,
it's post punk, and then Smashing Pumpkins is like alternative.
Yeah,
but man, every single band you just said I've listened to my whole life.
Oh yeah.
I will never forget the day that my friend Carla, love you Carla, Carla Home, was like, we're gonna listen to this album, and it was Out Come the Wolves, and it was like, whoa, dude, my introduction to Rancid. And then I'd already listened to Green Day before that. I was kind of listening to Green Day in Ohio because I just wasn't allowed to listen to secular music. So my buddy Toby hooked me up with, which I think it was Nimrod, or the one before that. But after Dookie.
Oh, Insomniac.
It was either Insomniac or Nimrod.
Right.
That's how late to the game I was.
Yeah.
But man, it's kind of cool to think that it went Rancid, Smashing, and then Green Day.
Yeah.
And it's like, because Rancid's like OG coming out from Operate. Did I just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Operation Ivy. And because this is all post-punk. But Green Day, to me, is like, when I first heard of Green Day, it was stories of driving around the United States and sleeping on people's floors.
Right.
And, you fast forward, and here we are today, 20 years ago, let alone, they're like, I don't know how you feel about Warning, but
I liked it. It was a good album.
I liked it too, but it almost felt like they were riding on the good written song,
right?
Or the album,
yeah.
With what's that song called? Another turn and
greatest time of your life.
Yeah.
And
so the album was Nimrod, but and it almost felt like they were riding too hard on that.
Yeah.
And then see, I didn't understand back then like I do now, and it wasn't them. It's called producers.
Mhm.
It's called being, having your balls or your vagina in a fucking cage.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that control what you do. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then they did the thing. They fucking started another band,
Yeah.
wore masks, and wrote the fucking music they wanted to.
Yeah.
Just the history of Green Day and like all the shit that they've been through, the issues with producers and record companies, and then how they started about by like doing like in our city, like I know Mr. Clit is by far like one of the most weathered bands. Like they have played in China, they've traveled.
Really?
Oh yeah, they've traveled
shit.
across. They did a tour with Round Eye
Oh wow.
a while back, but like that epicness of everything that they've done. So it's just like hell yeah, Green Day,
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah, they done pretty good
headline.
themselves.
Yeah. And then like I was saying about Warning, I liked it too, but it did feel
It wasn't their power pop stuff that they.
yeah, it felt it didn't feel like it was like their heart, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then they turn around and they're like, well, this is how we just take over the entire music industry.
Right.
And they put out the American Idiot album, and that fucker was legit.
And the thing about Green Day, I just thought of not long ago. I mean, I didn't just come up with this thought, but how they captured two different generations. The kids back in '93 listening to Dookie, and then fast forward almost 20 years later, and they have the new generation listening to American Idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what other band has really captured two different generations like that?
Not a punk band. Not a punk band.
Yeah.
But I can think of some rock bands.
Yeah. And even like Metallica, AC/DC, I think they probably captured a couple different maybe.
See, Metallica, I don't think they ever captured in that way. Metallica, like once after the Black Album, I mean, they did Load, Reload, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's been mostly like people just like, but it's Metallica. Where Aerosmith
Right.
was like 70s.
Right. And then they came back. Because I'm
hard in the 90s.
Yeah.
20 years later, they come back hard.
Yeah. Because I didn't really care for them, because that was out of my generation. And then whatever album that song Pink was on. That was late 90s or early 2000s. I'm not sure. But and it's like, that's when I kind of like, because it's like, holy shit, that's a great song. And then that's when I kind of got into them. So it's like they captured me at the later generation. So.
They wrote that. And, what kind of did help them, though, is they wrote that song and it ended up being an Armageddon.
Oh, yeah.
With Bruce Willis and Liv Tyler. And
Ain't gonna, or well, I can't remember.
Don't want to close my eyes. Whatever. Yeah. And like, I love that movie when it came out. And I love that song too.
Yeah.
But eventually, like a lot of songs, it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, you can't stand it.
How many times are you going to play it on the fucking radio?
They overplayed it.
But yeah, I mean, it's so rare for a band to be able to really do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just like put out good music. I mean, like take over the fucking world. You know what I mean? And it's almost like a rebirth.
Yeah.
Like they did it again. You know what I mean? And Green Day did that, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
They did it. The Dookie was huge, and then they consistently put out good music. Man, and then yeah, that fucking American Idiot album. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called.
Right, yeah. And that was huge. I think that was like 20 years after. I think it was like Dookie was like 93 and then American Idiot was like 2002 or 3 or something. So
04 maybe, 03. Yeah, right in there. Yeah. It's all a fucking it's all fuzzy for me because that was like right after high school, and I'm turning 21 a couple years later. So that whole era is like, oh shit. But man, yeah. It's always really cool when a band can actually pull that shit off. Yeah.
Yeah. Is my mic on? Jen said my mic ain't on.
How? What? All right. Talk.
Check. Does it come through?
It's coming through.
Oh, okay.
Let's try it. Let's do some. Thank you, Jen. So let's try it again.
Check.
So we just did 45 minutes running the entire cast on one microphone.
Well, she said it's still coming through,
Yes.
but just not as good.
Very, very echoey.
Yeah.
But it's happened before.
It's the morning show.
So
So
do you remember when we couldn't figure out why my camera was being a douche?
Right.
When I plugged it in, it took over the fucking. So this whole time, the mic right here has been running our sound.
Oh shit.
Thank God it's a decent.
Right.
Yeah. So it has been picking up your voice, but
Right. Yeah.
now we're at 45 minutes in. Now we're at studio quality.
All right.
Stereo fucking sound.
Right.
So
Hey, it's the morning show.
thank you, Jen. I wish I had followed up just a little harder on that. I just thank you, Jen.
Yeah, she says, there you go. Props to Jen.
So my notebook that I have a notebook that I use for the show. It's in my truck. I've been using it to track my deliveries at work.
Right.
There's a list of things that I have to do for every show. I didn't do it. Yeah. But to be honest with you, you saw the setup. We basically walked in here at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And once the camera issue was a thing, it was already said and done. So,
right.
But whatever. That's how it goes.
Yeah. It worked. It works.
So. I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's not going to sound like the best, but the thing is, the way that StreamYard works is they basically have all these processes where it adjusts the volume. Now, if I had not had that setting where it adjusts the volume, we'd probably be fucked right now.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It would have been 45 minutes of
silence.
Well, it would have been like 45 minutes of hearing me talk like this, like really low, and then in the very background.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But fortunately, thank you, Jen. Again. Yeah, it's just how it goes. Live podcasts. I used to care. Like I used to get all upset and be like, oh dang it. Stop. But it's just like, you know what? Who else is like consistently doing live fucking podcasts?
Right. Oh yeah.
So I just pat myself on the back and be like, what you do is stupid. don't be hard on yourself. Because it is tough.
Oh yeah.
It can be a little bit of a bitch.
Oh right.
But,
I mean, and this looks like a spaceship in here with all these mics and cameras and cables and monitors and I mean, I know nothing about this.
Yeah, it's all I've every like I was telling you earlier, like every day I try to take 15 or 20 minutes and put time into trying to make this as easy flow and whatnot as possible. And you know, the one thing that I did over the weekend is I readjusted, which I guess I could show everybody, but oh wait, here, check this out. I forgot. How cool is that? So we'll just do that real quick. I love technology. So one of the things that I did, let's go to presets, extra camera. Hell yeah, let's do an extra camera. So we'll share that. Add that to the stage. And then we'll go boosh. So like, it's interesting. That's an interesting look. But yeah, if you look over here, you could see that I put the microphone, I actually mounted the microphones for this left area. So now these are all mounted and I have my mixer set up to where basically now we're all set up and ready to go for 8 billion people to be here. Meaning literally 8 people. Let's go back to that here. There we go. What did I do? Oh yeah. Oosh. There we go. So now, yeah, basically, let's say you and I showed up today and it's like the two of us. And then all of a sudden, like somebody shows up. Let's say like Derek walks in. And he's got 5 people with him. Just plug in the mics, plug in the headphones, and we can have 8 fucking people on here,
Right.
which is total insanity.
Mm-hmm.
You actually are part of historical insanity.
Oh, wow.
You were here for that. It
I'm
was
honored for that.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Total insanity.
Yeah.
It was I Got Worms and the remote controls, and we did a podcast. It was for their
Oh, yeah.
You guys did the split.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who won that? Who won that freaking awesome ass huge?
Oh, Larry with the Steves.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. And
Hell yeah, that's right.
and he has and we seen it just a couple weeks ago. He threw a big pool party, punk rock pool party,
Man,
and
wanted
which
to
was
go to that so bad.
it didn't have a pool, but it was still pretty cool. And it was at his place, and the band's played in his basement, and he has an awesome setup, great setup for bands, great sound. It was a really cool stage and everything. Well, area and great sound. We heard ourselves good, and it was inside, air conditioned, because it was hot as hell outside. And he has that in his that's the Steve's practice space, and he had it hanging on the wall there. So that was pretty cool seeing that.
And see, like, I can't remember what happened, but I could not go to that show either.
Yeah.
And I was ready to like drop $10, not $10, like 10. I wanted to buy like 10 of the. Could you buy extras?
What was there, tickets or something?
Well, yeah, like every person, when you paid to get in, you were put in, right, to win it, or did you have to buy?
That one. Yeah, at that show it was like, I think you had to buy like a raffle ticket to win it. But
I was ready to buy like 10 raffles.
Well, I think Larry
wanted it.
Larry wanted it worse because he put like $100 in.
Hell
it
yeah, dude.
So it's like he said, I'm going to go home with this.
Hell yeah.
So it's like, and he dropped like $100, and he was like, if anybody beats that, come and see me, because I'm, it's like, I'll give you more. So
hell yeah, like here's another 100.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt about it.
Right.
Like if I had that kind of money, I would definitely have been right there with them.
Yeah. And it was a cool band.
And is it the exact? Well, you can't see it right now because of this silly camera, which is part of the reason why the show's been fucked up, is because there is something going on with my browser and it's fucking up my camera. But
I think it is. I think it was pretty much the same. That worm with,
there we go.
with art was.
So now you should be able to see it. It's like right there.
And Wayne is the one who done that.
Yeah.
Artwork. So that
amazing artist.
Yeah, he's freaking amazing. We're gonna reach out to him to see because we're getting ready to drop our third album, and our first two was called The First Shot and The Second Shot. But Jen and Austin said, no, we got to do something different. So, and I'm not going to say what it's going to be called yet, but we're going to have, I think we're definitely having Wayne, if he'll do it, if he'll do it for us, he's definitely going to come up with the album art for us. So that'd be cool. Cause that dude's awesome.
No, like I want to know like what the name of the album is so I can figure out what the album
right.
is. Yeah.
And it's like, I would drop it, but I don't know. I don't know if Jen and Austin let me say it. They're like the record label. They're always on my ass, not letting me. They're always telling me no on stuff.
Well, that's good though. It's healthy though,
right?
And like I can't imagine being in a band where everybody just was like, "All right, we're just gonna do what this one person says."
Yeah. I mean, I would personally like that, but
hell yeah.
but I also recognize that what they bring, their opinions and stuff. It's like a lot better than the shit I come up with. So.
That's what makes it I Got Worms.
Oh yeah.
And
this is our first group effort, recording and everything, and it's like the best stuff we've done by far because they have input on it.
Yeah,
and it's like it's night and day compared to our other stuff. So.
Man, and like I can't tell you enough, dude. Like Friday night, man, your set was just so fucking tight and really fucking good, and you sounded so good, man.
Right.
I was like, God damn, you guys are fucking like on fire.
Yeah, that was a good one, halfway decent.
Hell yeah. So. And speaking of that, like if you have not seen I Got Worms, they are playing this Saturday. Hell yeah, dude. Fountain Fletcher District Association presents You Art Beautiful. It's the 11th annual Art Squared show. It's going down Saturday, and it's going to be Kinsey 6, Come Alongs, I Got Worms, DJ Hour, and the Operators. That's going down Saturday. in Fountain Square for a motherfucking block party, baby. So, and there, like, I don't think there's no charge for that, is there?
I don't think. I think it's just there's a bunch of vendors there, so it's like, and it's in the the Fountain Square area, so you just walk up and check out the vendors and listen to the music and stuff. I think it's all free. Yeah, I don't think there's any tickets or anything. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. So that's Saturday, and it starts at noon.
I think
Music starts at noon.
Yeah, I think Kenzie Six kicks it off at noon. So
yeah, what a killer lineup!
I know.
And you were saying it's all like the underground punk scene.
Yeah, and that's what they're highlighting. That's why they got all the local indie bands and stuff for that, which I think is like just the greatest thing ever. Because like it's not a lot of times you see outside of our world somebody mentioning our world, and that's that's awesome.
Oh yeah. So let's do real quick because we're right about at an hour. Let's go ahead and do. Oh, there's a comment. He said, Jen's like, keep a secret for now.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take a break for a quick minute, and we'll show a video for our sponsor, The Button Guy. And if you need buttons, be sure to head to etsy.com/shops/The Button Guy Shop. Why is it doing that? So weird. That's because I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, I don't know. Shots of whiskey was probably the right way to go before noon.
Oh, guess what?
And I clicked the wrong video.
These segments made up in my mind, tormented by the thoughts inside that come in like an animal, not running, never take the fall. Every footsteps closing in behind, surrounded. There's no way to hide. Overcoming, still standing tall. Quit running, I'll let you
Oh, yeah. Usually I do another video. Hold on, guys. One more. Just one more.
life to throw away. Are you high? Hello, goodbye. Are you
In that bottle.
Hell yeah, man. I really do appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I just fucking, like I have autoimmune issues.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to clean up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Dry out a little bit for a while.
So, very rarely drink, and if I do, I usually just have like one drink.
Right.
So, the thing is, like, the best way I can explain autoimmune diseases is basically like for somebody that has a very healthy immune system, okay,
Mhm.
were to eat some dirt, right? It would probably be like, ew, that tastes awful, right?
Right.
It probably would maybe make them sick to their stomach. For me, if I eat a little bit of dirt, I'm probably gonna end up in the hospital,
Right.
because my body just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you see me at a show and you're like, why is he like way in the back? Why is he outside smoking, watching the band from outside?
Mm-hmm.
It's because guys, if I get COVID, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Right. It'd be a lot worse on you than
As you could already see, like I already have throat issues. I definitely have lung issues.
Mhm.
Who knows? So I do my best to be as responsible as I can about it.
Right.
So when it comes to drinking, yeah, I'll have some drinks now.
Mhm.
But like today, like I said, it's a perfect day to be like, hey, guess who brought the whiskey? Because it's like I'm going to Ohio, hanging out with friends, gonna go see the Hives. It's a good opportunity for me to like have a couple drinks.
Oh yeah.
A little early, but all right. But it is a midweek crisis, right?
Right.
So
And them drinks are like $15 a beer over there, so it's like you got to do a little pre-gaming.
oh yeah. But yeah, I just have to be pretty fucking careful.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's kind of weird. The thing that I have, it's mostly in here.
Mhm.
But if I get too stressed out, or if I have like any form of like, I'm not saying a full on anxiety attack, but
Mhm.
if I get too stressed out, like it's crazy. I'll just start breaking out in hives,
Wow.
and then this will go out. But to be fair, my voice is most definitely out right now. Mostly
Well,
from doing Friday
Yeah.
and Saturday.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially you go hard. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you guys ain't no, light rock band. I mean, you're going hard. So.
And that's the thing is like, I know I had a lot of issues on Friday. My guitar would not stay in tune. And I actually think I figured out, I don't think it was a guitar. I think it was my actual tuner. I
Oh,
don't think it was actually tuning my guitar
Hmm.
because it was like almost every song, right?
right.
Well, it went into the second half, we dropped down to D, and I just did that by ear. And beyond that, I only tuned my guitar like 2 times on the second half.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it was as bad as I felt like it was.
No, that was solid as hell. So.
And do you know what I do when I face that kind of thing? In that moment, as I'm on that stage, and I know, like dude, most fucked up thing ever. I tripped over the switch to this amp, and when I did, it pulled the amp forward, and it flipped my fucking head
Oh,
off of that. I've never had that happen to me. And it happened at State Street in the middle of the Scientist. And I was just like, what the fuck? Dude? It was probably one of the most fucked up moments I've ever had. It was one of the worst shows for me personally, like as a musician,
right.
as a shipwreck, whatever, in over 10 years.
Wow.
But the perception, my reality is different than everybody else's because this is what I see and this is how
Right. Oh yeah, yeah.
these are the things I know.
Yeah.
But from basically what I took away was everybody else was like, what are you talking about, Willis?
Exactly.
You know
'Cause
what I mean?
You're the person on stage doing it's going to be more critical of themselves than anybody. And besides, I think the crowd was more busy focused on throwing them streamers and silly string.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I didn't even notice you tripping on anything.
Shoot, that was crazy. It was so loud too. Man, when that amp fucking hit the ground, dude,
Right. How the hell did I miss that?
it was crazy. And like so that amp, now I have to go in. I know how to fix it. But so most amps have 2 speaker outs,
Right.
right? So the first one, when that happened, it's fucked. So, but I still have the second one, so I just plug into the second one and it's good to go.
Right.
But so in that moment, this is how I deal with fucking big time problems. I was like, what do I do? How do I come back from this? And I was like, well, if you die, you die.
Right.
So what did I do? I went hard. And I mean, like I was throwing my head and stomping my feet to a point where if I died, I died.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just went so fucking hard, man. And I was just throwing my throwing my body around and just acting crazy. That's how I ended up in Tight Like a Tiger.
Right.
So, in the kind of a backstory, I was in a band called Pigtail Crooks. That was the first punk band I joined here in Indy
Mhm.
back in 2008, 2009. And we played a show with a band called Fiber,
Right.
which is now known as Tight Like a Tiger. And they watched that show. They watched all of us. And they were like, that's the guy. And so back then I wasn't even doing backup vocals.
Right.
So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just stand there? No, dude. I'm gonna Abby Hart the fuck out of this.
Right.
I'm gonna go crazy. So, and that's where my head went. Was like, I'm fucking shit up.
Mhm.
So now I just have to act barbaric
Right.
and just get crazy. So that's how I basically handled it.
Right.
But man, I'll tell you what though, we're sitting here talking about it. You would not want to be a fly on the wall Saturday before we went to Kokomo because I was just so mad
Yeah.
at myself,
Oh yeah. That's the worst.
beating myself up so hard. I was so depressed.
Yeah. And that's when you think you have a bad show, and the person's more critical on themselves than anybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, I never noticed anything. I thought that was a killer set as usual for you guys. But it's like, oh, we've all been there,
Yeah.
It's like, and man, that makes it a horrible week, especially, when you have a show, then you might go a couple months without a show, and that show you think was a bad one. And it's like for 2 months, you're just dwelling on that.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing ever.
I have my baby, my Martin acoustic that I've had. And I will say this, I have tuned that guitar less times than I tuned my SG on
Right.
Friday fucking night to give you an idea
Mhm.
of like how jacked my set was.
Right.
And I'll tell you what though, and I said it on Friday when we got on stage. I got myself put up. I walked back into the Stagery parking lot, and there's Nick and Dennis and Ashley. And I walked up to him. I said, I promise that SG is not going to Kokomo tomorrow.
Right.
I said, tomorrow is redemption. And boy, we got to the second from last song, and I said it in my head. I was like, dude, you're not like 100% note for note. Have not missed a note.
Mhm.
Every note, fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
And as soon as I said it, right, we go into the last song. We did Devil's Own, and the second solo, I went to stomp on my delay pedal, and I missed it. And I stomped on my channel pedal. So instead of like switching into, because I'm in high distort, high gain, instead of switching into that delay, I switch over to the wrong channel.
Oh, shit.
And I'm sitting there playing this tapping solo.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And instead of looking at my board, I'm looking at my hands. Like, what are you doing wrong?
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh shit. I looked down, switched the channel. So I switched the channel back, put on the fucking delay, and then finish up the solo the way it was meant to be played,
Right.
the way I wrote it. That one hiccup, just it. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it was like huge redemption. I even made a post about it on Sunday. Some things are just meant to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like life is good.
Mhm.
Like forget about the past. Focus on the now.
Oh yeah.
And then a lot of people do get lost in that. A lot of people get so lost in like the future,
Oh yeah.
or in most cases the past. They get locked into this like, oh, what if?
Mhm.
And then a lot of people get locked into this like they're so worried about the future and they want to like do better or
Right.
whatever, but don't take life too serious.
Right.
You'll never make it out alive.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Focus on the now. Live in the now. Don't worry about the past. Don't overthink the future and just
Mhm.
be there. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
man, and to basically close that out is Saturday just totally like fucking
Yeah.
flipped it.
Yep. It's always good to end on a high note like that.
Mm. Man. Yeah. Have you ever had that situation? Like anything crazy happen to you on stage?
Just sucking, just being off. you know,
Do you blame the sound guy?
wish. No, that's all on me. You know, so it's like everything's going good, and then all of a sudden it's like, you get lost, on the song or whatever, and it's like, fuck, where the fuck are we? It's like, where the hell are we? And then it's somehow you kind of get back on track. But it's like, I always notice though, it's like a lot of people don't even notice. The viewer, the people watching, they don't even notice, because most of the time it's so freaking loud, and it's like usually it's the person doing it is the only one that really notices it. And it's like, and it's almost annoying whenever bands call it out. Like, it's like, oh, I
That's
messed
my
up
biggest pet peeve.
yeah, it's like, dude, it's like, nobody notices. So it's like, we don't even call it out anymore. And it's like, if you're, so don't, it's like when you dwell, when the band's up there between the songs, it's like, dwell, it's like, oh, we messed up on that. I should have played this. It's like, nobody noticed. So who cares,
Yes.
And,
Oh my god.
but oh yeah, it's like, but yeah, fucking usually every song, it's like I fuck up somehow. So it's like, but people are still clapping. So
Exactly.
so who gives a shit?
Don't talk about
Yeah,
it.
don't, I avoid it. It's like,
That's so great, man.
Yeah.
Because I think that is like the biggest like turn off ever.
oh yeah, it's like, just don't mention it.
Yeah. And you know what though? It's not just like at the underground level, like
Yeah.
it's also
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll never forget, like my whole life, White Zombie, Rob Zombie, fucking like all this amazing music. And finally, I get to see Rob Zombie live.
Yep.
And they did a White Zombie song. And like, listen, I do like Rob Zombie, obviously. I do like White Zombie, but I didn't catch it. But he fucked up the lyrics.
Right.
And if he had not said a fucking thing,
Yeah.
we're Rob Zombie,
Yeah.
the biggest no did it.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, it's just like, what the fuck, Rob?
Yeah.
But he totally like was talking about it.
Yeah.
And dogging himself on stage. And it's just
Right.
like,
Yeah. Move on.
you're married to Sherry
I know.
Moon Zombie.
Yeah.
You put out some horror films that will never be forgotten.
Exactly.
So, we could totally get into that
Yeah.
conversation, but he definitely does have a few good ones, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Okay.
And I rarely notice a mistake whatsoever. One of the Shooter Jennings, Waylon Jennings' son, he's a country guy doing his thing, and his band played at the Hi-Fi a couple years ago. We went there. I only have like one favorite song of his, and it's one of my favorite songs in the world. And man, did he ever fuck that up big time! And it's like, and it was so bad, and it's like, and he mentioned it, but it's no big deal. But then he moved right on from it, and it was like, well, crap, that was the only reason I was here, to hear that one song. And it's like, he fucked it up, and he didn't. I was hoping they'd replay it or something, but but he didn't. He just kind of laughed it off, and oh well, we'll get it next time.
Yeah.
So it's cool
Yeah,
on that.
that's how you do it.
But it was like, damn it, we're only here for that song. Can you redo it?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's because like to all the people that are like, how dare you forget my name?
Right. But yeah,
I've seen thousands of fucking bands.
Yeah, and you never know whenever they fuck up.
Right.
We're all doing it, so
And
who gives a shit?
it's just like over time, like just I don't want to hear it, dude.
Yeah.
Like do not discredit yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking knows.
Yeah, nobody knows.
If you drop a song in the middle of a song,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, you can be a little negative,
Mm-hmm.
but come on.
Right.
Like have fun.
Yeah.
Entertain. Like
Mhm.
that's why I play music. I want to make people dance.
Yeah, exactly.
I want people to like enjoy themselves. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And when you're up there and it's like between every song, you're talking shit about your band or you're talking shit about yourself, or you're talking shit about your
Right.
performance. It's just like,
you're dragging it down. You're dragging down the show.
Yeah, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, and the
guys.
banter is honestly just as important as the songs. What are you doing between songs is just as important. What are you the jokes you're telling, or whatever, or the stories you're telling. And there's some really good bands out there, local bands that has great banter. I wish I was the one of the best ones is Alex with Remote Controls.
Hell yeah.
God, he knows what
He's
to
so
say
funny.
every time.
Yeah.
It's like if I had half the charisma that guy did, but yeah, he's and and it's like I can't wait, love the Remote Control songs, and I can't wait till they're done with the song to hear what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
So
I'll be blunt about it. So there was a small at WrestleMania. There's a band, and this comes to mind because you were talking about banter and stage banter and
Mhm.
presence. Giraffes Eating Lions is they're long, 10 years ago.
right,
They were consistent and they broke up, whatever. But they came out and they did a couple songs at WrestleMania. And the idea, and I'm hoping this is still a thing, Dustin, if you're watching, let's go, baby. Brandon, Avery Brothers, let's go. The Rumble Royale, I'm hoping to have Giraffes Eating Lions on the bill.
oh wow,
And I'm telling you, man, if you have not seen them and you love like stage banter,
yep,
it's going to be, yeah, he's gnarly
right,
to a point where I had seen, I'm very much like, I do Zans and stuff like that. So I used to read Nouveau weekly. I used to collect them. And there was an article that Wayne Birch did, and his opinion was that Giraffes Eating Lions was the band of bands in
Really?
Indy. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I got to see these guys. So I went and watched Giraffes Eating Lions, and I was like blown away. But at the same time, I was totally like, I'm definitely not going to like search out Dustin, the lead singer,
Mhm.
because he's an asshole
really,
and I want nothing to do with that guy. And that's kind of their thing, is like total fucking dickhead,
oh
total dickhead.
yeah,
And their whole attitude on stage was just super gnarly. Like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Nobody's cool. Fuck all of you.
wow,
And I was just like, man, like, I am not like really good band, really funny because of like all that
yeah,
charisma and stuff. And then I finally got to sit down and talk to, it was actually a punk rock night, awards night.
hmm
And I was like, hey man, I'm Shep. He's like, yeah, man, you do the zines and stuff, right? And we sat there and talked. I'm like, man,
So they're nothing like their
nothing
Yeah.
like Dustin is like one of the coolest motherfuckers, down to earth, super caring, like non-hateful motherfucker you'll ever fucking meet.
Mhm.
Super awesome. But goddamn, when he walks on that stage,
yeah,
flip,
yep, and
total.
yeah, and that's just like the Jasons. Dudes are the most cockiest, just like that. Fuck, everybody sucks, and it's like they're so cocky. Their banter's great, on stage. We played a show with them in Richmond one time, and we saw them backstage, unmasked and everything. The nicest guys in the world.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely nicest guys in
I
the
got a
world.
story. Jen just supposed to comment. We used to mention screw ups because I thought it was better to make a joke out, but eventually realized it's better not to acknowledge it and move on. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, when you're on stage and you're playing, like we just get super critical on
Oh
ourselves.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, like, people watching, they don't know six half
Oh,
dozen
yeah.
from another, especially if you're not Led Zeppelin.
yeah,
And like,
Yeah.
nobody knows every word,
Yeah.
and every note.
hmm
So it's just like, if you just ignore it and just keep playing.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, kudos, Jen. But check this out. So I saw the Jason's ad. I think it was a PRN, probably like, God, 8 years ago. And I bought their vinyl, and I still have it. And I get home and I'm all excited, turn my record player on. I'm like, let's go, baby. And somebody it was the last one they had,
Yeah.
but somebody had taken out the record of their display and they stretched into it. Pop punk
Oh no.
sucks.
Uh-huh.
And so I hit up Chad Chick,
Yep.
because he was like, whatever, he's a member of the Jasons.
Yeah, he's like bros with him, and he plays with him every
yeah.
once in a while. Yeah.
And I was like, hey man, this record I bought. Sent him the photo. He's like, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, you could just, we'll get you another one. And they just gave me another record, and they even let me keep that one.
Well,
So it's like super nostalgia. Like,
Yeah.
I have the crazy, like, somebody fucking,
yeah, somebody vandalized the record. Hell yeah.
yeah. But yeah, super nice guys. Every one of them. George,
Yeah.
fucking love you, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Oh, he broke both his arms the other day. Did you see that?
no.
Yeah, and Chad filled in for him. Chad was on bass a couple of weeks ago playing for him.
I did not know that.
he got in an accident or something, broke both of his wrists or arms. So
Man, I had no idea.
yeah,
That's crazy. Well, hope you heal quick, George.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
Yeah, I had no idea. It's crazy.
yeah.
Man, it's like spooky season too.
Oh yeah, yeah. This
Dang.
is their time. So.
Yeah, this is like go. And they're coming to Indy too, right?
Oh, October. Yeah, I don't
Children
know.
of October.
Yeah, it's here in a couple.
Jason's.
And Lords of October, and
I said Children of October. Lords of October.
yeah, Lords of October.
Oh, we
They're-
were talking about Children of the Corn earlier. And
Yeah,
now it's in
they're
my
another
head.
one of my favorite bands. Yeah, Lords of October kicks ass.
So yeah, Dave and I were talking, and we're gonna do the thing. So each of us, we're gonna write
Oh yeah,
a song about Children of the
hell
Corn,
yeah,
and whoever gets theirs done first wins, and whoever doesn't, whoever second place has to name their song Children of the Corn 2.
yeah.
Yeah, would it be cool though? What if we did a split?
I know that's what we totally have to
yeah,
do. That yeah,
Stick the Ripper and fucking I Got Orange
Yeah.
split,
hell yeah.
and like whoever wins also gets the front.
Right.
So side A is
Oh, yeah.
Children of the Corn, and
Yeah.
then side B is Children of the Corn 2.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, Jen, you hear that because she
It's on.
Yeah. So
It's on.
you might have to write this one, Jen. I got a good start on it. Though. So
Man,
that'd be kicking.
that's my favorite part about doing Stick the Ripper is like writing songs
Right.
that aren't like, feelings or whatever, party, drugs, sex, rock and roll.
Hmm.
Stick the Ripper is like Cock Blocked by Jason
Right.
or Freddie Got Fingered.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We have a newer song eventually that, God, man, there we go. Eventually we'll play called Don't Go to Kokomo. And Rich wrote this one, and he was like, yeah, you can write the lyrics. So I wrote all the lyrics, and it's basically a story about going to Kokomo for like hooking up, right?
Mhm.
But it ends up like every time I go up there, I get abducted by a UAP. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I took it, and it's basically like, alien abduction song.
Right.
So everything that we do generally points towards like sci-fi
Yeah.
or horror punk. And that's like one of my favorite things about doing Stick the Ripper with Rich and Chad and Dennis is like it's a little more fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we get to like, better check out the sequel, double down on the evil,
Right.
Crispin Glover with the dance moves, the kind of party you can't refuse. And we were talking about that earlier too, like the whole Friday the 13th
Yep.
and Nightmare on Elm Street stuff and how fun that is. And
Right.
Jen's not a fan of the occult.
Yeah, she doesn't. She likes horror, but as long as it kind of stays away from the occult stuff. So
Yeah. And I'm like the opposite. I'm like the occult stuff's my favorite.
right.
Because it's the most like wicked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah. And
I
yeah.
think my first horror movie, if it's even horror, I don't even know if it's really classified. I mean, it's Stephen King, but The Shining was
Oh.
like,
yeah, that one. Hell, that still scares the shit out of me.
and I say that, but it's more like The Shining was the first movie that it was like we went and rented it and I was allowed to watch it.
Right.
Where prior to that, if I had seen a horror movie, it was like
And have you saw the sequel to The Shining?
Oh, you mean the newer one with
Yeah.
McGregor or
Yep.
whatever?
Yep.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. They done a good job on that.
Yeah. And Stephen King actually liked that movie.
Really?
Yeah, he actually was like, thumbs up. Like, this is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
He loved it. And I loved it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. And the first one, I thought it was great, but Stephen King hated it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Like, it's kind of like the Oliver Stone. Like, he did a movie called Natural Born Killers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody loved it.
Yeah.
You know, fucking Juliette Lewis. Oh
Mhm.
my God. Lifelong fan. Love her band too.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. And they did that movie, and it was Oliver Stone that did it. But a lot of people don't know this. That's actually a fucking what's his name? The foot guy. Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah.
It's a Quentin Tarantino script. He
Wow.
wrote that movie.
Huh. I never
He
knew that.
sold it. And Oliver Stone's the one that did it.
It kind of reminds you of a Tarantino flick, you know,
He hates it.
really.
Like, with a passion.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me, because like, that's one of the first movies. Like, when I moved here to Indy, I met somebody in school named Chris, and he was like, you have to watch this movie. And I went and bought it. I bought the double VHS of Natural Born Killers, and I was like hooked. Like, this is
Right.
crazy.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
yeah.
But Quentin Tarantino hates that movie. Hates it. And it's just like, how can you hate anything Oliver Stone has done?
Right. Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe recently might hate some of the stuff because he's so like infatuated with the JFK
Oh yeah.
assassinations. And I don't know if anybody like pays attention to that stuff, but Oliver Stone's pretty on point.
Right.
And there's other people that have been studying or whatever. Like, let's just say that the CIA probably had a lot to do with
Right.
all that.
I listened to a lot of documentaries and fan theory things and what do you call it? Conspiracy theories. You know,
Uh-huh.
I listened to all of them on that.
We're
Pretty much.
almost there. We're
And-
almost there where the JFK thing is.
Yeah.
The origin of the term conspiracy theory now is almost not even a conspiracy theory anymore.
Right.
I think one of the most intriguing things about all of that is something that a lot of people don't even realize, but there's photographs in Texas that day. It's clearly the head of the CIA
Right. Well.
in Texas that day
Yeah.
when he was not supposed to be. And in case you didn't know who I'm talking about, that's George H. Bush.
Yeah. Well, they, you know, JFK was going to disband. He was going to break up the CIA. You know, was some of his plans that he was going to do. And it's like, I think I'm a fan of that theory of the CIA took him out
Mhm.
pretty much to save themselves. You know, because he was going to disband them. You know, and that was a tough time. That was
60s, man.
that was a weird time in America. We think we have it bad now. It's like they were killing presidents back then.
Yeah.
I guess they're trying to now, but
And maybe faking moon landings.
yeah, that's another like
man.
you
There's
know
some good books.
you
Some good
talk
books
to
on
the
that.
older people though, because I asked like my in-laws, my mom and dad, which are in their 70s, they watched it live on TV, and you ask them about that, they get mad.
Yeah.
It's like, you're damn right we went to the moon. You know, it's like they won't even hear of any conspiracy.
Yeah.
And it's like, because it's like that's what their America was based on, was winning that space race, beating communism and everything.
See Interstellar.
Oh yeah, that was
That scene where they're
Yeah.
talking about
yeah,
and how it was faked.
Faked,
to
yep.
bankrupt
yep.
Russia
hmm
to end the fucking
And
Cold War.
And it worked, you know. And it's like you, but people, the younger generation, you know, it's like really, you know, the technology wasn't there. It's like the Van Allen radiation belt. How do you make it through there and everything? And
It's not possible.
yeah, I don't think
Even now,
and it's
you
like
do not have the technology to get through there.
right, and it's like
No human can, no living thing, not a tree, not a plant, not a fucking cat,
right,
not a dog. Sorry, Springfield.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing can get through that belt.
Yeah.
right now.
And you see the footage of the astronauts walking on the moon, and some of them even see like a cable, reflecting and stuff, and it's like that looks like they're just on
Yeah.
on a cable and stuff, and it's like people might have been fooled easier back then, but anymore it's like you got to get up pretty early to fool this generation, and it's like in them old footage videos, it's like I'm not convinced. If that's what they're trying to convince me of, but try harder, because I'm not
Yeah.
convinced. So
Well, a lot of people, it's crazy. It's FUBAR, it's taboo
mhm.
to even consider the idea
Yeah.
that we never went to the
Yeah,
moon.
they won't hear of it, and I understand why. It's like, that's national pride. It's like we're Americans. I get it. It's like I support all that. I support NASA. I support America and all that.
Yeah.
But it's like, come on. It's like, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff against it.
So a lot of this is politics, right? So the thing to me is like, I'm not going to say like the moon landing was Oliver Stone's best work, but I am going to say this. With everything that's going on in the world right now and the war that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
I think, have you ever heard the term Black Swan event?
Yeah, I think I've heard of. Yeah, what is?
So Black Swan event is there was a point in time where not every population was aware of every other population.
Right.
So in Japan, they had never heard or seen a black swan. And then at some point, boom, here we are. Mind's blown. Holy shit. There's black swans, right?
Mhm.
So a black swan event essentially is an event where suddenly there's black swans. And it's like, oof, everything you think you know
Right.
is no longer what you think it is. And I think because of everything that's going on outside of this country with the wars and everything, we're about to lose our heads
Mhm.
on what has been protected for, was it 1969? July 20th, 1969.
Right.
So that's 31 plus 24, so 55 years. This information has been protected, and I'm sure other countries, which is the point, are aware. I think we're actually probably before the election going to have that event. And I think we're going to find out the truth.
Right.
It's not the big truth, but it's going to shock the world.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That who would have ever thought the United States government
Right.
would lie to their people
Yeah. Yeah.
and manipulate the entire like consciousness
Mm-hmm.
of humanity, like to think that we could go to the fucking moon.
Right.
I think we're there. And I think because of the shitstorm that's going on between Russia, blah, 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 all that is probably what's going to open that gate.
Right,
We're
yeah.
probably going to get hit with it, but
That'll be the next thing, because the government basically has to always distract its people. Look over here while we do this. And it's like, it was recently, last year maybe, or I don't know. They recently started talking about UFOs and aliens.
the UAP thing.
Yeah, and it's like, wow. It's like, if for them to pull out UFOs, what are they trying to distract us from? And yeah, there's shit going on in Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, and Israel. That's a shitstorm over there. And it's like, and hell, we support Israel. America supports Israel. Well, the government does. You talk to anybody, it's like the people don't support Israel. Except some hardcore Christians. That will blindly support whatever the hell their church tells them to support.
That's the thing, is like, that's why this election is kind of fucked, is because it's like, if you vote Democrat, that's like the thing. That is what is causing all these issues,
Mhm.
and why Trump even has an opportunity
Yeah.
to take office
I
is
know.
because of that war and how we have handled it.
Right.
And like a lot of people kind of lose sight of that because they're so wrapped up with the fucking entertainment value
Yeah.
of fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah.
They don't see the bigger picture. But either way, it's just one of those things where, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this Black Swan event doesn't happen. Maybe it does, but maybe it doesn't happen for the reasons
Right.
that I think it is because other countries are like, you know what? Fuck us, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, we're gonna fucking tell everybody
yeah.
what you did. We're gonna tell everybody what you did.
Hmm.
But what if it's as simple as the guy that had the book
Yeah.
that had everything 4 years ago
Hmm.
says, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's fuck shit up,
Yeah.
and destroys every bit of everything we've ever thought was
Mhm.
true. So who knows? But that's, here we are, 11 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday, totally diving deep into not just like conspiracy theory, but a little bit of politics too.
Right.
But I don't know, man. It's very interesting. Especially, I don't watch the news, man.
I don't either. I get all my news from whatever the topic on Facebook for the day is, or TikTok.
To me,
They say if you watch the news, if you don't watch the news, you're underinformed. If you watch it, you're misinformed.
yeah, but
And
how much happy are people that don't watch the
I
news?
know. And it's like, and the funny thing, we all want the same thing out of life,
Yeah.
and life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We don't hate anybody. People don't hate people. They do, but I think they're manipulated into hating people.
Mm-hmm. Or raised that way.
Yeah, raised that way and manipulated into it by the government, by their party or whatever. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing.
Yeah.
And so does the Russians, so does the Palestinians, so does the Israelis. We all want the same thing. But it's like, why are we out there fighting and killing each other? And it's like, have you seen Palestine and Israel? That's fucking destroyed. Why? It's like, that should be a crime in itself. That you think the international community would step up and put a stop to that shit.
To me, like, I think that Putin and Russia are being it's not a very big planet,
I know.
and it's over 80% water. There's
Mhm.
so little land. Like, is it really that deep, dude?
Right.
Like, do you really have to like reclaim
Right.
land that was once known as Russia or
Yeah.
USSR or whatever? It's come on, man.
I don't understand why they're just killing people and destroying it. And when it's like, why couldn't they just why can't they lease it? Why can't they partnership?
Figure something out.
They want that warm water port, and it's
But
like,
people have to lose their lives.
yeah, or complete cities completely destroyed. It's insane.
Oh,
What's going on over there?
I totally should have screenshot of this. So hold on, let me see if I can find it. Nah. So I was on Facebook this morning, or was it last night? I don't know. But I saw algorithm, dude. So obviously the algorithm for the last year is clearly aware that I'm single. All right. Christian dating sites.
Right.
And it's ironic because it's like, what? Christian? Like, where is the disconnect here?
Right.
Either way, I'm not hating on Christian. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of weird.
Mhm.
But like, humdinger. This is everything, dude. Ukrainian
Oh yeah.
dating thing. And it's like, for people over the age of 40 that are single, you like go to this website and you can meet Ukrainian women.
Ooh.
And it like, what?
Yeah.
Like, is that where we're at?
I
Like,
think
that's
so.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Like, now it's like they have a website just dedicated to refugees that
Right.
are single, looking for 40-plus-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god! But that was in my algorithm. I'm like,
oh my god.
oh my god, dude! I'm not now. Let alone like, I'm very happy being single. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, it does get lonely being single.
Oh yeah. Yeah. of
There are
course.
times where it's just like, because I'm a big love. You know what I mean?
Right.
But never would I like.
I don't know if you're
No.
refugee Ukrainian desperate though.
No, that's not me. Ironically, though, my biological father is one of those people. He used to get these magazines in, and it'd be like Czechoslovakian. I think this is like whatever 30 years ago.
Mhm.
I don't think they're Czechoslovakian anymore. But
Right.
they would come in the mail. It's literally like 40 pages of just like each page has like 30 or 40 women on it.
Mhm.
My dad would literally like look through them.
Oh my god.
And eventually he did it.
He found,
ordered a wife.
are they still together?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we haven't.
2003. They've been together since they've been married since 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the second success story I've heard. We have a neighbor. I think she's Filipino, maybe, or Thai, maybe, or some Thailand or something. But yeah, he found one online, one of them from a magazine, basically, and it's over 10 years now. They just celebrated 10 years, and she's the nicest person in the world. Both them guys are nice. He's the nicest guy in the world, and I think she's a Thailand or something, and she's the nicest girl in the world, and they're the happiest people in the world together. So I mean, there's success stories out there.
Yeah.
So
I'm not hating on the Ukrainian
right.
like hookup
It just
site.
seems, kind of, that's a big step.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like it's not like I sit here and like I'm trying to be single. I've like
Right.
I've shooted my shot
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But for the most part, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't fuck around, man. I do not fuck around. I would rather never get laid again than end up in a situation like I was in my last relationship.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Sometimes it's better to be single than miserable. Than,
yeah, exactly. But here and there, like if I, meet a woman that I'm interested in, I'll say something to her
Right.
like, hey, pizza. I'll do pizza sometime, or
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm definitely not doing the Ukrainian like whatever marriage, whatever,
Right.
whatever. So weird. But yeah, that's where we're at.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And that's been around for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Different nations, with their, mail order bride.
yeah. I mean, I'm not hating. I just like,
Yeah.
it's not for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I couldn't take that. I don't know if I
Character
could.
is everything for me.
Right.
How am I, like, how am I supposed to know? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's it. That's my thing. Is like, it's interesting because like I've actually heard a few people are like chefs into this specifically. I'm like,
Mhm.
first of all, why do you even give a fuck?
Right.
What I'm into or what I'm not? Number two, no, that's not how I work.
Right.
I'm more into personality.
Mhm.
Like, especially like if you're funny, ladies, if you're funny and you have a great sense of humor, holler at me, dude. Like, I'm all about it. Cause like that's the kind of personality that's gonna work great with mine. Because a lot of the time, like, man, I'm a little much.
Right.
But like Facebook made this thing where you could put a quote at the top of your page.
Oh, right.
I'm when they introduced that, and I was like, man, what's my quote? So I'm legit like sitting on the toilet taking a shit, like trying to think of what I could say about me in under 50 words.
Mhm.
And that's when I came up with it. And it makes a lot of sense if you know me.
Right.
And it's, I will leave you speechless
Mhm.
because I never shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just have a very odd sense of humor, and my brain always like creates skits. Like what I should be doing with my life is probably not like delivering pizzas, doing podcasts. I should be doing skit shows
Right.
because that's how my brain works. Like any person that I'm around a lot, they know it. Like
oh yeah.
they know, like if I crack a joke, that joke is coming from an imaging of a fucking skit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is such a good mic stand.
And you can, I mean, people makes a living off that, content creators on TikTok and all that on all them platforms, they make livings off of that.
Yeah. I just know that like for me, like character is everything and a good sense of humor, because if
Right.
you don't have one, probably not gonna you're probably gonna think I'm wild.
It goes a long way. Sense of humor does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So let's like reiterate because we're running close on time. Good talk though, man. This has been awesome, Dave.
Yeah, we covered a lot of topics.
Hell yeah, man. This has been awesome. But you can check out Dave's band. I Got Worms this Saturday in Fountain Square for there we go. The Fountain Fletcher District Association presents You Art Beautiful. It's the 11th annual Art Squared, and it's going down Saturday. Starts at noon with Kinsey 6, followed by Come Alongs, the fucking I Got Worms, DJ Hour, and the Operators. Hell yeah. It's a killer show. It's a killer lineup, man. They did a really good job of putting this one together.
Yeah, it's a good collection. They're all not, I like a show where it's like different types of punk bands. It's like we're all not just melodic punk or whatever. It's like because each one of them is completely, Operators is ska. I Got Worms is what do you want to call us? Ramones core maybe, or I don't know. Come Alongs, they're kind of similar to us. And then Kenzie Six is what do you want to call it? I don't even know what. I wouldn't even know how to classify them.
Fucking awesome.
Besides awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all, them 4 different bands pretty much, and it's gives people a good idea, what the scene is about, I guess. So
I tell you, like, of all the albums that I know that are coming, people that have either finished up recording and being mastered or people that are getting ready to record their next album, Kinsey Six by far is one of the most anticipated albums for me.
Right.
I cannot wait for that to drop because fortunately, I've actually got to hear
a sneak peek of it.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of good music coming.
So excited.
Sick to Ripper, you guys are dropping an album here probably within this year sometime, right?
Yeah, we got some work to do before we can finish it up.
And then I think Gay Black Republican is also going to be finishing one up. We're finishing one up. Kinsey Six is finishing one up. So it's like there's a lot of good local music coming out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good year.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
yeah.
And just to reiterate, you can catch I Got Worms and Kinsey Six this Saturday in Fountain Square with the Come Alongs, DJ Hour, and the Operators. I love that mix of bands because it's like every single one of those bands is like stellar as fuck.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing it, and hopefully, like, I'm hoping that it's a really good turnout. I'm definitely going to be out there for that. So, looks like something just happened, but nothing happened. By the way, interesting fact. So, I went out to State Street last weekend, and I wore my safety off shirt on Friday, and then on Saturday, I could not locate my I Got Worms shirt, but I wore my Bombcat shirt.
Oh, nice.
So on Friday, it was the first, I'm pretty sure it's the first show I've ever played where I own and wear every single band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
T-shirt. I was like, I could have worn every band shirt. Oh yeah. What size shirt do you wear?
I'm an XL.
XL. Okay. I got you. I got a gift for you after the show.
Nice.
I got to run up there and grab it, but I'm going to grab you a shirt.
Okay.
It's a collectible too.
Cool.
And you're going to love it. Actually, let's see if I have a brown. I think it's, I don't see it. Usually I have I have a fiber shirt out here.
Oh,
but
that's retro. Yeah.
yeah,
That's an antique by now.
I don't see it. I want to and I thought about this before the show. I was like, man, I want to give you an OG fiber shirt.
Oh yeah.
Because it says fiber. So it's Abby Hart made the artwork. It says fiber. And then below it, it's a can of beans, but it has worms coming out of it.
There you go.
It's like perfect.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll grab you one.
Hell yeah.
And it's extra large too.
Perfect.
I think I have a green one, a red one, and then the brown one, which I can't let go of the brown one. Dude.
Right.
I gotta have that. I don't know why I have it. I just love brown shirts, but I'm gonna hook you up.
Cool.
So is there anything else you want to throw out there?
I think that's it. I
Yeah.
think we covered everything.
Yep. So Saturday, once again, head on out to Fountain Square. It's like an all-night event. It's going down starting at noon with Kinsey Six, the Come Alongs, I Got Worms, DJ Hour, and the Operators. It's going down Saturday. It's a free show. It's gonna be killer. Thank you for fucking coming over and
Thank you for having me.
the earliest chopped liver podcast of all time.
Oh yeah.
Fucking yeah, we even had some shots of whiskey.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for making it out. See you Saturday.
Yep.
And for everybody that tuned in, we'll be back next Wednesday at our regular time, 8 o'clock. Be sure to check out our I Got Worms page. Follow them. Check them out on YouTube as well. And then follow Chop Liver. And hell yeah, let's get it. I'll see you later, Ohio. Heading to Ohio, so thanks for coming over, Dave. It's fucking awesome.
My pleasure.
Oh yeah. And I'll go ahead and say the words, the magic closing words. We are the unheard. We are the overlooked. We are Chopped Liver.
I don't wanna go to school, I don't wanna go to